Are you
You
good?
telling
Good?
me?
Live, brothers.
I'm asking you. Are you good? Good? You know how
Oh,
it's
shit.
a mental check-in. It's a mental check-in. You good? Good?
Oh yeah. Shit, you know the grind don't stop, dog. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
do what I do.
What's up, man?
I still gotta make sure you good. Good.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm all. And then look, any day
All
above
right,
ground
brothers,
is
live.
I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Preach it.
definitely live. Welcome everybody to the show.
I say the same thing all the time. Every day
Welcome to
above
the
ground's a
show.
good day, no matter what's going on.
Welcome to the
Yes, sir.
welcome to the Frackers show. Because we
Yes,
definitely
indeed.
gonna be
Welcome
fracking.
to the Frackers.
The Frackers.
Yeah, I like that. I'm glad you threw that out there out the pit.
What's
I'm
that?
glad you threw that out there because the name.
Oh, I mean, it only made sense. You know, we use it all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Why not?
So yes,
Right.
sir.
It fits. Let's go for it. Why not?
Let's shoot for it for real.
Yes, sir. I'm with that.
Yes.
But yep. And as people come in, please hit that like button, subscribe to all 3 channels. There possibly be a 4th that coming in, but I guess we'll talk about that again later on if we, as people start to come in more. There's a good possibility your homeboy gonna come in there because I had a subscriber come back in again. So usually when I see the number go up by 1, it's usually your home.
You already know who it is.
Oh damn.
The cult leader.
That's how it is, huh?
And I'm like, yeah. Then when he don't get the attention he looked for, he disappeared and he comes back. He disappeared, he comes back.
He starts crying.
For real. Like I say, it's just that you give him attention that nobody else do.
Mm-hmm. That's
Right.
absolutely true.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's pretty much what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So Jay, how's it going, brother?
Well, after the experience that I just shared with you guys, literally 3 minutes ago, I was
hoping you wouldn't talk about it.
Look here now. Look, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago in our last segment or something like that. I believe we talked about it. It was something that I did, where we were talking about how when you get stopped by the police, make things a whole lot easier. Little nephew said the same thing. As long as you make them safe, it's good, right? Look here. Like I told everybody on the channel, I suggested that you put your license, your registration, and your insurance card on one piece of paper. Take that one piece of paper,
Right.
Stick that shit out the window, both hands out the window, lower all the windows, make them safe, right? That sheriff, I tell you, I kid you not, that sheriff got. Now here's the worst part. He literally pulled me. I'm gonna say 3,000 feet away from my home. That's how where he pulled me off at, right on the road. Okay, with 3,000 feet away from my house. As he's walking up, I got both my hands out with the one piece of paper, right? And I screamed at him. I looked at him. I said, "Sheriff, I can't roll the windows on the back down because both my dogs back there, and I don't want them to jump up at you." He kept walking up. As soon as my Rottweiler stuck his head out the window, he backed up. He said, "Then I'm gonna need you to get up the car then, because that's a big dog."
Hey.
I get out the car. I said, "Listen, it's all right." I said, "Listen, this is why I had to let you know because I didn't want you walking up, and then of course you start drawing your weapon because you get startled. I'm giving you fair warning because I know how difficult your job is." I gave him that paper. He looked at me. He looked at the paper. I said, "Listen, I'm gonna reach in my pocket. I'm gonna get my physical ID, my physical driver's license, so you can see it. But everything's pretty much the same." He looked at me. He says, "You making this easy for me, ain't you?" I said, "Yes, I am, because I don't want you getting shifted."
For real.
Then I turned around and told him, he looked at me. I said, "Listen, I believe you pulled me over because I did 47 and a 45. I mean, this is the first time for me. I never even thought of a thing like that. I know I was doing 47 in a 45. He said, "I didn't pull you over for that." I said, "What you pull me over for?" He says, "Your registration decal's out of date." Now, y'all seen, I sent you the picture. That thing is minuscule. Right. I said, you know what? This goes back to how when we talked about that video, it's probable cause. Anything for them to pull you over, it's a reason. Did I get mad? Absolutely not. I said, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I never put them things on because I know my registration's up to date. I ain't got to worry about it because my license, they would have told me.
So you just didn't put the sticker on.
I just didn't put the sticker on.
No, that I be doing. Yeah, I'm bad for that too. I'm bad for that too, man.
in the state of Pennsylvania, they don't use them no more.
Yeah, but
in the state of Pennsylvania, they don't even give them no more.
But I thought you still used the inspection sticker on the front of the car. Nope. Oh, they took that away too?
Yeah, we don't get them no more.
Wow. Y'all so damn lucky.
I mean, that way, I guess that way the police can just randomly just run your tag without reason.
No. See, that doesn't work. They need reason. They can't just pull you over like that. It doesn't work that way.
But in the state of Pennsylvania, we don't have that sticker no more. They got rid of the sticker. So you don't know, the police don't know if your tag is registered or not until they run your tag, right? They can't tell no other way but when they run it.
Right.
So again, so it's like we don't get the sticker no more. So they can just, if they ride behind you, they just randomly run your tag, they're gonna find out that way.
See, that's not cool, because in essence, that's taking the further, that's violating your rights for probable cause, because you don't know if they're running your tag. You gotta have some type of idea of why they're running your tag. They just can't run your tag.
Right.
And that's where it's a slippery slope. Where the leaders of your city or state are the ones at fault, because they're allowing that nonsense to happen. Because it's not.
So you said they're not supposed to run their tag without probable cause.
You have to have probable cause. Yeah,
to run the tag.
Yes, you need probable cause to run the tag. You cannot just in the penal law book, it specifically states you cannot just randomly run a tag. You have to have probable cause. Probable cause is the only reason why. That's why it's so slippery slope with probable cause. They call it PC term. PC term probable cause is a slippery slope with anything dealing with the law. And what happens is that a lot of cops, they tend to overstep that law because they know that the majority of people don't even know the law. And sometimes they don't even know the law because they were taught incorrectly. So when you come across a person who knows the penal law and you approach them on it, that's why a lot of people started with this, a lot of TikTok videos and a lot of videos on YouTube started coming up with this articulate suspicion. Because in the penal law book, it specifically says you cannot question a person by saying they committed a crime without articulate suspicion, which means they have to be specific on why they're questioning you. They just can't question you. That's just the bottom line. So they can't just they just can't drive up on you and run your tag just because. It don't work that way. They gotta have
I gotta check that out with Florida, because I know the one of the jobs I worked at, we used to was the city. I had a city job, it was a garbage man. And then they worked, the same people who worked on the garbage trucks worked on the cop cars. You feel me? Right. And so what they had a machine, got the not technology, but technology or a machine in the car that automatically, like they weren't typing your thing in no more. It was a machine that automatically scanned when they got behind it, scanned the tag, and that was the probable cause for them. Like when they pulled you over and then something was off with your tag, that was the probable cause.
But they have to have a reason to run your tag. They just can't run your tag. They can't.
So that's what I'm saying. So while they was in traffic, the machine would just be running different tags.
I know what machine you're talking about. A lot of parking ticket facilities. A lot of parking. The city parking facilities or department has that system in their vehicles that when they drive by a vehicle, instead of coming out and checking the vehicle, it just scans. Yeah. They only do that because that vehicle is only designed to read tags that are have parking tickets. A regular police car can't do that. A police officer can't do that. A ticket agent can, because they don't have that system that the police officers do in their system.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I said it must be different in Florida.
Different system than parking.
It must be different in Florida because they can because. If it's because they don't stop the machine unless they turn it on or off, what's stopping the machine from running the tag? Unless they turn it, unplug it or something. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I say I know Florida, we different, huh?
It sounds like a slick way to get around the rules. Because here's the thing: if you think about it, if I don't,
it shows the law around
physically, here. Right, it is a slick way to get around the rules. Because if I don't physically run in your tag, then I, as a police officer, I say, well, I didn't do it; the machine did it.
That's right.
So it sounds like me that they found a loophole to kind of get around that rule to be able to go after people that they feel that is not paying, got tags that are not registered and stuff like that.
And if
that's what it sounds like to me.
Because it's one of them things. Because this is how I know, like, because half the time when I worked at the city, we was I never got it. Like, I ain't got a ticket ever. Knock on wood. You feel me? But when I worked at the city, by the time they pulled me over, they already without my license, they already knew. You feel what I'm saying? By the tag information, my name and all that.
Now here's where you might be mistaken.
And they knew where I worked.
And here's where you might be mistaken. When that police officer turns on his lights or her lights of the car, it automatically clicks on the recording system. They still have to go into the computer and punch in your license plate. They have to. That's a must, because that's the secondary step to confirm that they're doing everything according to what they have sworn the oath to, which is provide the service that they're supposed to. Now, before he or she gets out that patrol car, in that computer, it's telling them everything about you before you even open your mouth. This is why in my segment, I turned around and told everybody, 99% of the time, the cop that stopped you already knows everything about you, who you are, where you live at, license suspended, insurance card, registration, where you worked at before, who your family. They have all that information because it's connected to NCIC. So once it's connected to NCIC, all your name comes up and everything underneath the name comes up. It's almost like a credit report.
Yeah.
Everything comes up. All they do is scroll right through to see what they're looking for. And
I just look.
Go ahead.
I just looked at, like, with Florida, it says law enforcement officers do not need probable cause or reasonable suspicion to run a license plate. License plates are considered public information and are not protected under the Fourth Amendment protection against reasonable searches and seizures. And
that should be fought, because as well as
I don't know who's gonna fight that, bitch. Shit.
Now here's the funny thing. They say it's public, right? That's what they say. Yeah. They put it as public, yet it's on your vehicle, which is your vehicle is your private property.
Okay.
So how is it public if it's on your private property? That's like saying, well, it's like what they did in New York. In New York, many years ago, they had this stop and frisk thing. Okay, and they found out that the stop and frisk was illegal because they couldn't just walk up to anybody and stop and frisk them. They found it to be illegal. It's the same thing what you just said. It's illegal because there's a slippery slope behind it. You're violating the person's right.
That mean I've been getting my rights violated for the last goddamn 20-some years.
And guess
Literally.
What? And guess what?
In Philadelphia, we used to have stop and frisk too.
Well, I ain't talking about the stop and frisk. My bad. I ain't talking about the stop. I'm just specifically talking about the tag thing.
No,
because
I know.
The tag is a stop and frisk. Because he's stopping you. The police officer runs your tag, which tells him now I can stop him and frisk him and find out what's wrong with him. If I found that there's something wrong with the license plate, that's a stop and frisk. Because he has to stop you, frisk you, and find out about you. So he runs the tag before he comes up to you? No, you're not supposed to. Because the tag is on your private vehicle. Your vehicle is your private property. So it's a slippery slope. So that's why it comes back down to the legislators and the actual people that run the city and run the state. That's what it comes down to. Because in essence, it's a violation. It's a violation of your privacy. Because if that's the case, watch this. If that's the case, if you walk up to a police officer and you start filming him in his car, him or her inside the patrol car, they turn around and ask you, why you filming? We've seen it time and time again. Yet you're on a public sidewalk, you're on a public street, they're in a public vehicle, they're a public servant.
Yeah, that's them asking, but that's them asking as a human or a-hole. Like, what the hell you filming me for? You know what I'm saying? I don't think they asking under the grounds of, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they looking at it as far, for the most part, I don't think they really looking at it as like the law and all that. I think they just like, what the hell you filming me for? You feel what I'm saying?
And why is that?
I mean, sometimes the police don't even know the damn laws.
And there lies the conundrum. And that's what I always say. Right. I said, if the police officer, him and herself, doesn't actually know the law and the penal law book, like many years ago, that I know for a fact that in order for you to be a police officer in the academy, you had to know the penal law book from front to back before you even got to be on the street. They wouldn't allow you to be on the street unless you knew the penal law book. Now these days, you just say you know it and they put you out there. And that's
anybody can be a police now. The standards is not high to be a cop.
The standards of being a cop. Go ahead. ahead, Ron.
My buddy just became a police officer. Now I don't know about other places, but he was going through the academy. And he said it hit from in the city of Philadelphia. He was like, man, I didn't realize I had to learn all this stuff. Because he was talking about he had to learn about the Constitution. He said, honestly speaking, Ron, he said, I did not realize that the people have all the rights. He said, as a police officer, he said the citizens have all the rights and they don't even realize that they have all the rights.
Yeah.
He said, we as police officers, he said, man, he said, when they would start talking this stuff, he said, I kept having flashbacks of moments where my rights were violated. Yeah. He said, as a citizen, when police did certain things, he said, I started having flashbacks like, well, I had this happen and that happened. But this is recent within a year. Matter of fact, the guy that I was at the range with, that's who just became a police officer.
Right.
Yeah, he just became a police officer. So
he a police or a sheriff?
I guess, no, he's a police officer. He's a Philadelphia police officer. He ain't been. He just got there, so he's
brand spanking
fresh out the academy.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Let me tell you what they did. How they did him dirty, man. You know the video where I show you all the heroin addicts is at.
Right.
They shoved them right down there.
Here's the worst part. You ready for this? That is a known tactic. It's a known tactic. It has that same procedure has happened in New York City in almost every borough that I know that I have actually dealt with. Almost every borough that I've gone to, they do the same exact thing.
Right.
It's a teaching tactic. That's what it is. Yeah. It's a teaching tactic. It's to show them how to react when they see people getting out of hand, and or the next thing is where you actually find your most criminals. You find most of your criminals in the drug area.
Yeah.
Either selling, stealing, or robbing. From petty crime to major crime. Man, that's why they stick them in there, so they can learn the difference. I'm just now.
He was just like he said.
Yeah.
Yes. All I know.
He said he's a good dude though. Like he's a really thorough, decent dude. And he was just like, he said he don't mind. He said because a lot of times he get to help a lot of them. And unfortunately, he's on their way traveling to the jet to being locked up. He said, but that conversation that he had with them, he said, I try to give them hope, man. Like, don't throw your life away. I said, see, that's why you supposed to be. That's why you there, not because you want to be just because you want to be a police officer, but that brief moments where you get to. They might make it back out in the street and turn their life around. And you might be part of the reason why they actually do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I'm taking you to jail while I'm telling you that.
Yeah. The worst part is that even inside jail, they come across a lot of correctional officers that may feel the same way. They get that human ideally inside them where they have to try to express how that person should overcome or come out of that way of living or that lifestyle. Yet, unfortunately, when you're in a group of people, and this is where it comes back to peer pressure. Peer pressure is a vicious animal, okay? Because you can have the best intentions whatsoever, but if that person gets surrounded with more people with more bad news, it doesn't matter how many seeds you drop in that person. There's a real strong, heavy chance that person ain't gonna make it out right. It's just the way it is.
Nope.
It's just the way it is. Yeah. I mean, I can speak from experience. I've been on both sides of that damn fence. And I can tell you right now, neither side is a good side to be on. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, man.
And what I did, I took the benefits from both sides and I said, okay, I'm gonna use what I can use from both sides to make it work for me. Because at the end of the day, I need to look out for me, because ain't nobody gonna look out for me. It's just like that. I kid you not. When that sheriff turned around, I went after I said, listen, you got my paperwork, I know you already ran my tag. And you have the paperwork in front of you. I'm gonna go back to my car and see if it's actually the new decal is in my glove compartment. He said, go ahead. I came back with the new decal. He said, all right, listen, I'm gonna do it like this. Here's your warning. I'm gonna put the decal on your car. He had no choice but to put the decal on the car. Like, I didn't ask him to, but he knew that you pulling me over. A, you had a justified reason. Yeah. B, you found out that I was not the person you was gonna get a whole slew of tickets on, or get a whole days off by writing up a report.
Right.
Because you're dealing with somebody who understands. But I was laughing about it. I was laughing my tail off. I said, boy, when the boys feel hear about this one, they're gonna try to get on me good.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I know.
I'm definitely one like you. Queen be telling me all the time, like I'm one of those cats who, once that shit in that computer, I don't be studying all that sticker stuff. But maybe, like I said, I don't know. I won't get pulled over like that. But even still, because I be like, man, you can see the damn, because that's why I know when I get pulled over, they could tell if I have one of them like, man, with your sticker back there, your sticker out of date, and then he'll be like, I'm like, well, it's good in the register, it's registered, it's renewed,
right.
So yeah, it's all, you just never know.
Right, you never know.
Yeah, man.
And even as you never know, as long as, like you said once before, and I'll never forget how you said this, as long as you provide them a safe environment, they got nothing to come out their face with. And that's what you said, little nephew.
Right.
And I agree.
Yeah, right.
And I agree. Once you create that safe environment, there's no reason for them to come out their face. If they come out their face, guess what? Guess who's losing their job? Because at the end of the day, they serve us, the public. And if we scream loud enough and hard enough and the right way, they'll be out of a job.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I want to touch this base real quick. Did y'all heard that kid that got punched in the face when he got pulled out the car, all the cops got acquitted, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Every single cop that was involved got acquitted. And he went on and he made a whole big old stink on social media. Right?
Now, boy.
Hear me out for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
He done messed up his whole life now for that 5 minutes of fame. He got no money out of it because now he's still broke, right? Any job he goes to now, they're gonna remember his face, so they're gonna question his availability to provide a proper job, right? Or or like they say, his what they call it, his way of being is questionable,
right?
Now, on top of that, the lawyer also falls in that same paradigm because the lawyer gaslighted him, made him believe that he was all right. So now does he trust any lawyer that comes in front of him now in the future? Who the hell knows? The lawyer now made himself look bad.
He should own
bad legal advice.
He should trust in lawyers because at the end of the day, he knew he was sipping his own Kool-Aid. I don't give a fuck. He knew he was sipping his own damn Kool-Aid. But like I don't care, like you can sit there, we can sit here and say somebody gaslighted you, but you know when you be dead ass wrong. You feel me? You wanted to be gaslit. And I'm not saying, hear me out. I'm still not saying the officer wasn't wrong. You feel what I'm saying? On a certain extent.
Right.
But
Me too.
I'm just talking about him as a person. Yeah.
Right.
They clopped his ass. You feel me? They clopped his ass a couple times. You know what I mean? They clopped his ass a couple times. But he knew what I'm saying is he knew he wanted to be gaslit.
They mean mug the mess out of him.
He wanted to be gaslit.
I questioned it.
Go ahead.
When they put out I questioned it when I realized that he took 6 months to put that video out. That video of the police hitting him was 6 months after the event happened. So that's why I just fell back. I said, yeah, this is one of them ones I always say I gotta fall back and let the chips give it some time, because I'm like, there has to be more to this. I'm not saying police ain't never just did some stuff, but you got, first of all, when that mean mug, I thought it was a punch, the first one, when he was in the car. I had to play it back, and I realized that he was mean mug. And then I played it back and realized I kept watching the mean mug because it started getting funny to me. But then I said, all right, well, you did this 6 months ago, and then you edited and chopped this video just to put out the one part.
Right. No, I'm really.
And I'm like, well, this happened 6 months. Why would you wait 6 months to tell this story?
Right.
But a lot of times, again, people going to jump on something like this. Oh, look what happened. That's why a lot of times I always tell people, fall back, because there's going to probably be more. Now, don't get me wrong. I still, and this is my personal opinion, I don't agree with them punching him. I don't think that was necessary. It was enough for y'all there to put some handcuffs on him and put him down. So the punching part, I'm still against that part. Regardless of what escalated to that point, I still disagree with the fact that it hit him. Now, for entertainment purposes, I appreciate the entertainment, because watching him get mean mugged was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It still was wrong.
Now let's look at something here. Let's look at something. Let's look at something here. I'm sure I know each one of us have children or have had children, and I say have had because of course the children have moved out of what
they say get them in line. That's cute, man. Hey, go ahead, keep talking.
When you got a little one and the little one gets out of hand, you tend to grab him by the neck, shake him up, smack him in the head. The hell did not that? Did not that? Right? Mm-hmm. So is it safe to say the cop did the same thing? You stupid son.
Nah, see, yeah, that ain't his damn little one, though. Hell nah, that ain't his damn little one. Shit, I bet he don't treat his damn kids, his own kids like that.
Look here now.
I bet he did that shit to his own damn kid. Hell nah.
We don't know. But I do know that when I was a kid growing up,
he probably took that aggression probably came from somewhere else, and he came and did that shit to that dude. Huh?
Yeah.
When that boy got mean, man, you see how fast his face went out the camera?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey.
He said, "Oh shit, I'm done." He said, "I'm done."
Yes,
He was done the minute he slammed the door. The minute he slammed the door, he was done.
Yeah. I mean, look, a lot of that could have been avoided if you would have just followed, when the police told you, you could avoid a lot of that. But like I said, see, I'm not a police officer. You know what I mean? So I can't say what I would have done in that situation because we know what happens when somebody causes you to become frustrated. Like, bro, all you had to do was follow the rules. Like, I asked you to get out the car 15 times.
Not by one.
Now we at the point. All right. Now we at the point where we got to pull you out the car. Now you're just frustrating me. So I get it. You know what I mean? But
well, let me throw this monkey wrench in the picture right now. And something you may be able to relate, maybe not, but I'm sure you probably know somebody who could relate. So they're gonna get a kick out of this one. When they roll a joint or a blunt or whatever they call a spiff, right? There's a technique that's got to go like Cheech and Chong said Cheech and Chong used to do it back in the day. There's a technique. If you do the technique wrong, you're gonna come back with something that ain't right. Hell, I watched the video of Snoop Dogg. He done rolled a blunt right in front of a dude within like 30 seconds, a whole blunt. And the dude was like, but I told you, he's like, listen, I'm done already. Because there's a technique to it, which means there's a rule to it, which means there's a process. The minute you violate that process, you get something wrong, that's your own fault. It's like you putting gas. It's like you take the antifreeze and you stick it inside your gas tank and expect your car to move. It's a process, right? Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing. If you violate the process and you get your ass whooped, then guess what? You deserve it. Because how many times we done scream? Look,
sometimes you violate the process, but the thing is, you violate the process. It don't say in the law book, whoop his ass. You feel what I'm saying? Like it don't say the cop, okay, if he do this, you whoop his ass. That's the problem. That don't apply. That's like, nah, dog. You feel me? Maybe if it might be in Florida, shit. I don't know. To be real with you, but if I say, under these grounds, if he do this, you have the authority to whoop his ass, to slap the shit out of his ass. That ain't the consequences. That you feel me? You got to go. The process is that he violated his process. Now you have to go through your correct process, not whoop his ass. You feel what I'm saying? He have to go to, you write him a ticket, or he go to court, or whatever it is.
It's called due process. The due process to whip your ass because you got me out here longer than I need to be. I could have just gave you a warning, but you wanted to take it to another level.
Granted, it's some people out there who probably would have rather get their ass whooped than went through that right process.
Right. Now here's a question. All right, let's just say you out there, right? And that happens, and the police say you got two options: take this ass whooping, or go to jail.
I'm like, how bad ass whooping? What type of? We talking about a level 1 ass whooping, or level 2 or level 3 ass whooping?
No, I'll take the ass whooping. I'll take the ass whooping.
Because some people, you might not fuck around, might not wake up from that ass whooping.
Look, I'll take my chances not to wake up from that ass whooping as first. Take my chances inside with 300 other people. I'll take my ass whooping from one, then in 300. No, that's all right. That's all right. I'll take the ass whooping from one.
Yeah, because
I can
inside
block
that prison, you're gonna get in.
That's right.
Inside that prison, you're gonna be protecting. You're gonna be trying to protect something else.
That's right.
Inside that prison, there's another part of that behind whooping.
That's right. A whole lot of whooping.
Yeah. Hey, I guess it depends on the hey, for real. I need to see the
booty hole.
I need to know how long I'm going to jail, then what type of ass whooping we talking about. You know, what's the max I could be in there? Am I gonna be able to overnight, or is it gonna be a week, a day, couple hours?
Listen,
and then
what's and then gonna be asking all the questions.
Tell me about this ass whooping first.
Until they fall asleep out there.
Look,
yeah, right.
Questions to the police.
Hey, y'all know I ask a lot of questions, but I need to know what I'm getting myself into. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
We've been out here for an hour and a half answering all his questions. Yeah, like, y'all hungry? Ain't y'all hungry?
I'm gonna whoop your ass on top of all of the questions because you're wasting my time with all the damn questions. Either you get your ass whooped now, or I take you inside the jail and get your ass whooped. Because a day inside the jail,
probably talked his way out of a whole lot of tickets.
Yes, he has. Because he a talker.
I know he talked his way out of a whole lot of tickets.
Yeah.
Yes, he must have.
Yeah, I have.
And he got
but
that
at the same time, I don't have a lot of.
Like, ooh, baby.
I don't have a lot of jobs where like I said, I was at this, well, not a lot of jobs, but I had the jobs that I had while getting pulled over. It was like city jobs, so we was, you know what I mean. They'll be one of those things where like, oh, he's one of us, because we don't have, you know, where I came up, we had city police rather than sheriff. So it was all kind of like co-workers, but we just the city department. So it was a lot of times I probably should have went to jail, but when they read that tag, it showed my name and it showed that I worked for the city.
Yeah. So the fact that when they ran your tag, they saw that you're a city worker and you work for them or somewhat with them. That's where they got the okay. Well, let's just let them know we know, and we're gonna treat him a little differently because he's one of us. Correct.
Because this blowback, you know what I'm saying, could be real bad. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. And let me tell you something. I could attest to that. And if you don't believe me when I tell you this, you can ask the wife. I have had lieutenants and captains of the police department tell other police officers to shut up and listen to me when I was talking. And I was just nobody. Mm-hmm. I'm just nobody. Okay, seriously. The wife always said, why is it that they think and they talk to you and they give you so much respect? I said, because I talk like them, I speak their language, and I know what to say to them to get them to shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Period. That's the bottom line. And sometimes, I say sometimes because there was a time it didn't help. Got my ass whooped. Okay. and I spent some time inside. That's what I'm saying. I'll take the ass whooping over being inside. I'm just saying. One day is not a good thing. One day feels like a whole week. Straight up. If you ain't never been there, take the ass whooping. If it's 2 hours of ass whooping, trust me, you get to walk away with a whole bunch of lumps looking like freaking Martin. But staying inside, that shit ain't gonna be right.
Hey, Queen.
Yeah, I'm laughing
man.
at
But see, the thing is, you have to ask effective questions. That's the problem. You can't just be firing off these ridiculous ass questions. You have to learn. You have to ask effective questions.
All right. So the
police is gonna listen. If it was 3 to 4 police officers out there at the moment, they gonna be mad at each other that the fact that they all sat there and listened to these questions and was answering them. Now they gonna start fighting each other. Like, wait a minute, don't ask. I get on him, yo.
Hey, but even inside of that, you can't.
Like, listen, y'all want me to make a donut run while we out here talking?
Man.
Hey, you gotta, and then it's about your approach too with these people. You feel me? It's your approach. It's how you do things. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you.
And so she know. Listen, we already know she know. She know. She witnessed it. She done witnessed it.
And the
Nah,
only
Listen.
hold on. If I'm wrong, hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I really
She's on the
had
floor
the
right now
only thing I ever had to do
because
that.
she witnessed it.
She know I will do that, but I don't think I ever been in a position where I had to ask them a question like that. I think the only time I really had a bad encounter with a police
That's because
officer,
they know you're tight. They didn't play the game.
It was a lady officer, and she was that ain't that yeah, you know. I'm sorry, the lady officers be the worst, bro. The female officers be the fucking worst.
Look,
I'm sorry, ladies, but the female officers be the worst.
I have to disagree with you on that one.
Something.
Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, he's right.
Nope. I disagree with both of y'all.
And let me tell you why. First time I ever had a police officer do something crooked to me, wicked, was two female police officers. Remember when I told y'all I got pulled over? I mean, not pulled over, but they wrote me a $360 ticket for towing without a license because I was pulling somebody out of the snow. It was two female police officers, right? And somebody was sitting in the middle of a very, very busy road where they had kids in the car. I have, at that point I had a bigger truck, which is a dolly one, and I'm trying to pull them off the road in a safe space because they're in the car with kids. The police officer is on the other side watching me do this. Now, they didn't even come help. It was a lot of snow that day. They did not come help, right? Of course, they in the car, but they're not helping them get out the street. They just sitting there in a parking lot watching all of this. As I'm trying to get them out the street, some other idiot is flying up the road in snow where you can't control yourself. Clips the back end of that car, not my vehicle, but the back end of that car as I'm pulling it out of the road.
Right.
And now when they pull up, the person that hit the car was another police officer that was driving the car that hit the car that I was pulling out the street. Right.
Okay.
The two police officers pulled up and realized that the female in the car that hit the other car was a police officer.
Okay.
They wrote me a ticket.
Right.
For towing without a license. $350.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
I go up to the courtroom.
Yeah.
Right? Now I'm going to fight. I'm like, let me go to the courtroom. When I get into the courtroom, the judge already heard the story and threw the ticket out.
Right.
And said to the police officer, because all of them didn't show up, only one did, and said, we had 1.5 feet of snow that day. Because the lady that got her car hit, she called and reported on the police officer for what they did to me.
Right.
She complained to them. So by the time I got there, they had already got more of the story. I get up there, they threw the ticket out. I didn't have to pay it.
Right.
But they were trying to look out for their homie.
Right.
And protect their homie, and they knew their homie was wrong for hitting that car.
Yeah. So far, so good. You want me to tell you where you went wrong? I could tell you where you went wrong, and I could tell you where you went wrong, and I could tell you why the judge threw out the ticket.
I know where I went wrong, trying to help somebody.
Well, not because you tried to help somebody, because you tried to tow them. That's where you went wrong. The judge threw the ticket out. I wasn't trying to tow them. You just said you was pulling him out of the spot.
That was in the middle of the road.
Yes, but the minute you attach your car to their car, it's considered a tow.
No. Listen, I didn't have a tow truck.
I didn't say you did.
I didn't have a tow truck.
I didn't say you did.
Listen, that's the part I know. I'm not saying that was wrong with it. Listen, that's the part I understood. When she said towing without license, I said, well,
right.
I said, I get the part of towing without a license. My thing is this. Why would y'all listen? Y'all had that big heavy bumper on the front of y'all car.
Right.
Y'all could have came and pushed them out the street.
Yeah.
Y'all watch this car sit here by the time I get here, and other cars are getting ready to hit the back of this car because they stuck in the snow and the car broke down. It won't move. Right. Okay, fine. I'm not trying to tow them nowhere. I'm trying to get them off the side of the street. I get the technicality of, okay, yeah, I was towing without a license. I'm not even debating that part. My thing is this: if that person that hit my car would not have been a police officer, it would not have went that way. Because they was not talking that way. Listen, they wasn't talking to that way until the person got a listen. They wasn't talking that way until they realized who the person was. Then all of a sudden, everything shifted and changed. And the next thing you know, because they didn't work in the same districts,
right?
Everything shifted and changed. Now they all start coming after me, trying to protect one of their fellow partners.
Yeah. And there lies the problem. And you're absolutely right. And that's where it comes to saying that's why the judge threw it out. The judge threw the ticket out because A, the initial cop didn't show up. B, there was another cop being defended without probable cause and justified reason. C, the other cop was speeding in their car, which caused an additional accident on any vehicle. And then D, and most importantly, they had to throw it out because there was not enough evidence to say that you was doing something wrong with the fact that you're helping someone get out of the snow. Whether they call it a towing, it's not really towing because you're actually assisting the person. This is why it comes back down to how many people don't know the law. And even as funny as it was, you had to go to the court in West Day and all those other stuff to take care of it. But that's why the judge threw it out, because there was no justified reason. It was not a justified reason for the ticket and or to have them waste their time in court for something where the cops took advantage of you, of being a nice person, and them causing an additional accident. So even though it was mainly on their fault, the judge didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it because you was doing a good deed.
My thing is this: they didn't hit my truck. They didn't even hit the front of the car. They hit the back end and the side of the car. That tell me all you had to do was slow down, and you would have missed the car. Listen, this is a two-road. This is a double lane, two-way traffic. Meaning it's 2 lanes over here, 2 lanes over here. Traffic coming both ways, and a middle turning lane. Right. So all you had to do was slow. It wasn't even a lot of traffic. All you had to do was slow down and wait for the car to get out the way, and she would have been on the side of the road, and that'd have been it.
Right. Do me a favor. You seen Queen Cyclops comment up there about her being a lawyer? Put that back up there. Yeah. When work does a criminal defense lawyer was always the females who had their. You know why? Here's a funny thing that a lot of people don't know about female police officers. And I found out about this in 1999. This is when I found out about this. 1999. There was a psychological evaluation done on 4 different police departments in New York, and where they had the majority females at, right? 4 different, and I know this because I was there. 4 different police departments in New York, in the 5 boroughs. They picked 4 different precincts that had the majority females in there, and they did a psychological evaluation on the females. They found that the female police officer became a police officer because she had the ability and the authority, in air quotes, to tell people what to do. And they found out that it was an issue with their own self, meaning they were always the one that was being bullied. Now they have the chance to be the bullier, or whatever they want to call it, the bully.
Sound like revenge, man.
In layman's terms, it is. In layman's terms, it is. And that's usually why female police officers are supposed to be scrutinized 3 times before they actually get put on the street. But they don't do that no more, because now it's we got to be sensitive to their feelings. Even the guys now, they got to be sensitive to the feelings. It's just a messed up thing. If they would just Go ahead.
I don't really think they need to be out there like that, bro.
Well, then what about the cop? What about the male cop that's out there just picking on people?
If they out there, it need to be certain fields that they in that's pertain to certain different things. Because let's just say they get into one of them tussles where them dudes be fighting them cops back.
Yeah.
All right, keep that same energy. Take it like a man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be sitting there. Oh my God! Look, man. You signed up for a tough job like that. You got to take the tough results that come with it. And then okay, hey, go Denise, go get his ass.
Hey Jay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
All right, here's this. Let's say, and I've said this before, let's just say it's you or one of us as a man, right? And we about to get beat up by 5 dudes.
Okay.
And then one female officer pulls up to help, but she doesn't have a gun.
Okay.
How is that helping you?
Now you're saying 5 dudes and I are about to fight.
I'm just saying 5 dudes pull up.
Right.
Just
We're
one
about to fight.
female police officer pulls up, but she doesn't have a firearm.
Right.
How does that help you?
Unless she Clarissa girl or Layla Ali, it ain't, you know what I mean?
Well, believe it or not, there's a reason why I'm saying this. And then I'll explain why.
Go ahead.
Believe it or not, the 5 dudes that want to fight me are gonna back down. And I'll tell you why. What? And this is where it comes back to the psyche. Y'all want to fight me? Why don't all 6 of us just grab her and we go to have our little fun with her? She ain't armed. You see how the psyche? Like, what?
No, wait. Say it again.
You see that?
Say it again.
You see that? You see that? Ron, you see how he did that, right?
No, are you saying they were going to turn into are you going to say it was going to turn into a grape session?
Ron, you see how he did that, right? Ron, come on, Ron.
Hold on. Are you saying it was going to turn into a grape session?
Roll the tape, Bush. Roll the tape. You see how he got, right?
Are you saying it was going to turn into a grape session?
Did you not see how he acted? You see how the psyche works? That's exactly what happens when somebody's violent. You switch that table, that 10 seconds in that mind of that person.
Were you insinuating? I want to make sure I heard it right. Were you insinuating that it was going that them dudes was going to turn that into a RAPE session? How do we get there?
A grape session.
How do we get there? How the hell we get to that? We just said
Look.
That's like thinking the worst.
Yeah. He said, officer, thank you for showing up. Wait. No. Hey, wait.
How did we get there?
But watch this. Look at how he got. Look how he got for that 10 seconds. He was like, wait a minute. Wait. Did you wait? And his mind started going, listen, this is what the psyche is all about. You see that 10 seconds that it took him to figure out what the hell was being said?
No, it didn't take 10 seconds. You said insinuated it took a couple seconds for me to like, wait, where are we going with this?
But that second is what counts. So now me and her got the upper hand. Believe it or not.
Oh my! What are we talking?
Look here, watch this.
How do we get to a RAP possible RAPE with the officer with these guys? That's like worst. That's one of the most. That's the extreme case.
Female officer right under the bus.
Yeah, like what? And then try to flip it to the psyche.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. Let me ask you a question now. What's this now?
He's like, y'all worry about me, but look what's here.
Exactly. I'm gonna show. Look, don't worry about me. You got another piece of meat there to be worried about. That's what you should be concerned about. Why you gotta worry about me? I ain't gonna make you happy. She might make you happy.
What are we? Whoa. And see, so that's all the more reason. Okay, if that's the case, OG, if that's the case, that's more of a reason she shouldn't have her ass out there. Like, what?
Right. Look here, who invited her?
At that moment, she quit her whole career.
You don't come to a gunfight with a knife.
Should not be here.
So you get great. If a female officer comes to a gunfight without a gunfight with a knife, she getting graped.
She better know how to fight.
No, maybe they just gonna maybe she just gonna take her ass whipping like a dude. And why we got to go there?
Why does she? Because now watch this now. This is where it comes back to the psyche. This is where you guys don't understand this, right? The
Squirrel.
We know where you going.
Look, the moment that 10 seconds took your mind off of beating my ass, now I have a chance to take 2 on. She could take 2, and the other one could get knocked out. Hopefully, that's the way it is.
Only thing you're supposed to do in that situation is run.
Shit, how you gonna run?
Run one way. She better run the other way.
For real, y'all better be running together or something.
Hold on now. So now you risk the chance. You run. Look. Back up a second. Now you risk the chance of leaving her with 5 dudes that can overpower her versus you assisting her beat 3 of them.
But you
so basically, are you saying all I gotta do is outrun her?
No, all I'm saying is I gotta outpsych your brain to get you to stop.
I just gotta outrun her. Ain't gotta be faster than him. I just gotta outrun her.
Look, I could always get her to join my fight versus all 5 of them beating both our asses.
Bro.
Yo, hey, wait.
Look,
what did my man Sinbad say?
Hold on now, time out.
You run too fast.
Time out.
I'm gonna trip you. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Hey, out the pen.
Look,
what Sinbad say? He said if you run too fast, I'm gonna trip you.
Damn real.
That shit go right there.
All you're doing right now is proving our point why they shouldn't be out there.
Look, I didn't say she shouldn't be out there. If in the natural wild kingdom there's always one that gets left behind so the others can get away, why not? The gazelles do it, the zebras do it, the elephants do it, the giraffes do it. When they start seeing one getting mauled, they go the other way, don't they? The weakest link is left behind. At least I'm giving the weakest link an opportunity. I'm confusing the predator.
He said I'm confusing the predator.
Now look here.
It's the art of distraction.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I did something. I'm telling you honestly, all truthness. 2 dudes tried to fight me in a bar one time. I kid you not. It's not no joke. 2 dudes walked up to me. It sounds like a joke, but it's not a joke. 2 dudes walked up to me. They wanted to fight me in a bar. And they're over there getting all ready, all huff, puff, puff, puff. I leaned into one of them. I said, listen, if you let me lick your ear and I'll tickle your balls, we'll have a whole bunch better time than fighting it instead. Homeboy went like this. Yo, what?
Hey.
What the? Hey. Now I got him thinking something different. So now the other dude looked at him like, what happened? The moment the dude took his eyes off me, whop. Now I got the advantage. Because that 10 seconds gave me the opportunity to take the upper hand. Because the psyche, they done got psyched out. Hence the term psyched out. It's that 10 seconds that makes you think otherwise. So you give them something other to think about.
I get
you
that.
You don't believe me? There's several movies out there like that.
Hey, listen, I'm not disagreeing with all that part. I'm just trying to figure out the first 30 seconds before you got to the psyche part. How we got done. I'm good with the psyche. I get all that because I knew a dude. It was this white dude I used to work with.
Look. What do most guys think about?
What? Sex?
What do most guys think about?
Sex.
Exactly. So
money.
if you introduce a concept, but the first thing is sex. The first thing is sex. So once you introduce that concept to a person who's not thinking straight, it tricks their mind into something else that may get them more happier because now wait a minute, that sounds more fun.
But I get that.
Now
that's
you
true.
Have hand to overtake the situation.
That's true. That's true. But I don't know if that's what my mind gonna be. About to get my ass whooped by 5 people, and I got a female cop here with no gun. I don't know if I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what?
If anybody's on this live, that's a female police officer, which probably not, but we're just gonna go with this one. If there is a situation as a female officer, and you ride up on one guy getting ready to get beat up by 5 guys, right? Do me a favor. Do not get out the car.
Right, just keep riding the car and call for backup. Call for backup or something. Don't you get your ass out there.
Run them over.
She got a better chance of running
us
all over.
As the what? Run them all over.
She got to run us all over because that's the only way she's going to survive. Because she's checking out from saving my ass, I might have to beat her ass for not saving my ass. Plain and simple. So she better run me over.
Run the 5 over. That's it. Listen, if you stay in the car and you start running the car towards people, you already broke up the fight. Because now all the people that are ready to fight, they got to dodge the car. They trying to get away from the car. So you, as a police officer, you're female police officer, you can't be nothing out there possible. So the best thing to do is to stay in the car and use the car as a weapon and say, break this up. I'm running everybody over.
The unfortunate
I'd rather you put like this. I'd rather her try to do that than try to get out the car and fight. Help me fight. Yeah.
That's my whole point. I'm not saying it's gonna work, but like, don't get out the car.
Yeah. You got a better. I got a better chance in taking less lick.
If Jay is out there, you better not get out that car. If Jay is out there, you get out that car. You get what you get.
You getting great. You getting great, man.
Look, the worst thing is that they are told that they cannot use the car as a weapon, so they need to back up.
So they need to use sex. They need to use sex as a weapon.
It's all about.
They get out there and start acting pretty, huh? Man, to take the man's mind off of it. So get out. Look, if you're a female officer, distract the dude, get out the car and start twerking. Just start twerking. That'll distract the whole fight, right? You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Start twerking. That's right. That's gonna stop the whole fight because they're gonna be like, whoa, wait, what?
For real. But don't get out and try to fight though. I'm gonna tell you that. Don't you get your ass out and try to fight. You know what I mean?
Look,
right, exactly.
Here's the funny thing. We're talking about this and we're joking. I'm saying the truth here though. I am saying the truth here. I would fuck with their head before anything. Why is it that in South Korea, the cops don't have guns? Why is it that in London, cops don't have guns? Why do you think is that? So they got to roll up on somebody who's fighting. They got to learn how to talk and mess with their psyche before they connect. They have to learn how to talk them down from that nonsense. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why they do that like that.
Man, them jokers are paid safety patrol, man. Out there without the guns.
But they're police officers. In London,
they know different. You're right. I know you're right. I don't seen it. But those are volunteers. We got those too in Florida. They call volunteers.
Hell, in New York, they call the auxiliary police. In New York,
we got mall cops walking around with pistols.
And this is what I'm saying. It comes back to what's actually happening. So in essence, you have to learn one, and that's the thing they don't teach no more. They don't teach how to bring a person down. They only teach this person. They only teach how to keep them on high. They don't want to teach them how to keep them on low.
Can you teach a female? Even if I want to say, even if we talking about a female cop, it's only so much she gonna be. I ain't really seen that. I ain't seen personally one female cop. I ain't seen no video. Maybe y'all can prove me wrong of taking a male down.
I can tell you a story where I had to help a female cop. I happened to walk up on something.
I've seen in my lifetime. I've seen a good.
I had to help the cop. I haven't seen it.
Females take down some dudes.
I said, look, I'm not saying it ain't out there. I ain't seen it.
I seen it.
And I would love for y'all to show me a video of a one-on-one. And I mean, that's cool. I'm not saying it don't exist. I believe anything is possible. Trust me, I'm one of them people. I believe anything is possible.
Look, bro. Now this way it comes back.
It did happen out the pit. It was coming right outside of a gay bar.
Look, look, and see that's even more dangerous because you know why? Because those gonna be the first ones. They're gonna be the first ones first dude that put hands on the woman.
Yep.
They're gonna be not the real men, not real men. When I'm saying real, I'm not talking about by their body part. I'm saying those gonna be, in my opinion, those gonna be the first ones that feel comfortable enough to put hands on a woman, on a female officer, because they already in that mind frame.
What's a real man?
I said what I said, not considering a body part. I'm talking about mentally. Will you? Okay, how fast would you just put your hands on a female? Because you understand them. Well, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you think on it.
Go ahead. I thought about it.
Next subject. You know.
Wait. Yeah.
Remember, I said how fast. You feel what I'm saying? Because let's be real, a lot of dudes will sit there and take lick after lick after lick after lick before they get to that point. A lot of dudes, you feel me? But I think them punks and them maggots, they'll put hands on them females real fast because they're already in that mind frame of And I'm saying that because I've seen it. The most dudes, I think in my lifetime, the most dudes I've seen put hands and fight a female, they was fucking faggots.
Yep.
Maybe that's a Florida thing. I ain't gonna lie. They was damn fat. They was gays and punks.
Well,
and they was out there.
They was straight out there.
I'm talking about they was out there. Boop, boop, boop.
Then I tell you like this: it's time for you to get your ass out to Florida and go move someplace else temporarily and see what's actually happening.
Nah, I love Florida. I love Florida.
Look, I love Florida too, but you don't see me living there now. I lived in Florida.
Yeah.
I ain't
good.
going back to Florida.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good in Florida.
All right, go take a 3-day vacation up in Philly and tell me exactly why.
Man, I don't want to go to no damn Philly. What the hell? I'm sorry. No disrespect, OG. Hey, I don't want to go to no damn Philly.
All right, then go to the Bronx.
I'd rather go to Philly.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, I love Florida. I don't like a lot of stuff that goes down, but I love Florida.
Look, I love Florida too, but I just can't.
I love it even more. My bad. Go ahead.
I can't.
I love it even more when I got from around all them. Look, not black people, them niggas.
Ooh.
I love my black people, but I love it even more when I got from around their asses.
Ooh. Ooh.
Sorry, I said I love black people, but I don't. Hey.
Ooh. I'm clutching my pearls. Ooh.
Sorry, my bad. Them ninjas.
I was told never use that word.
I'm sorry.
He done did it. Well, look.
He already listen. The day he moved out, he had a big sign.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I would say, in my opinion, it's the difference between black people and ninjas.
I agree.
All right. So where do black people come from?
Look, that's why I did the air quotes.
I mean, honestly, we just using it as a terminology.
Florida.
Florida. Now we know why he won't leave.
Yeah, because he the light skinned one of all the niggers. he like Steven. He like Steven in the Django. Who's that nigga on that net? We're gonna call him Steven from now on. He don't like black folk. He don't like black folk. He away from the black folk. We're gonna nickname him Steven.
Oh man.
Woo wee. Look here now, good Lord.
Listen, I think there's listen, for the most part, when it comes to what we so-called black people, we know what that means. But I think that for the vast majority of black people are just like anybody else, most of us are decent people. But when you get too many of what you're talking about, which is that behavior stuff in your neighborhood or in your community, just not it just don't listen. I know the day you get away from that stuff, you got a sign on the back of your vehicle saying "Bye-bye, Negroes, ninjas." Because
and ain't hitting the horn either.
Yeah, it's too much of that behavior. It just tears everything up. And it's like, listen, it's the same thing as if you was it's the same thing as if you're a white person and you grow up and you live around a whole bunch of what they consider white trash.
Right.
The day you pack your vehicle up and you out of there, you ain't looking back. You glad.
Right.
Because what people don't realize is that every race got that type of people that they don't want to be around. If you're a halfway decent person, there is no one race that don't have this. They all have these type of people. In every country, they have decent people.
Yep.
And they got the mess.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? My brother, one of my brothers used to live over in Singapore, right? And he would tell me in conversation that he's like, man, Bangkok, when he was in Bangkok, it was one thing, but if you go to another place, it was something else. He said, it's the same behaviors wherever you go. You got people that want to be decent people, and then you got what we in the black race call, ninjas. We have that same element. So if you go to any race, you're gonna get the same element of type of people. That's why I say to people, it's the behavior that I have a problem with. I don't care what skin color you come in. It's that behavior that I have a problem with.
Hence, there's a difference between black melanated people or black people, what we know as black people, and ninjas. Ninjas is a behavior. Ninjas is a culture. You feel me?
Right.
A low life mentality.
And we listen. None of us want to. Honestly, when we working and we busting off behind. Listen, I remember I told you out the pit when I was doing an interview with you, and I said I had my Jeep and I had a system. I had everything in that thing. That thing you heard me coming 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
It was the ninjas that broke into it and messed and stole stuff.
It's always the ninjas that break.
Ninjas. Right. I had a vehicle prior to that. It was the ninjas that stole it and broke into it. Every time I've had something taken from me, it was the very same people that they consider same color as me breaking and stealing from me. I'm not saying the other ones don't.
Yeah.
But again, it's the behavior. That's where the problem lies. The problem lies is the behavior. And if we as older generation don't check that behavior, it's just going to fester and get worse.
No.
No. I'm gonna stop you. No.
Yeah.
No.
Listen. No. Everybody check my behavior. I was out of control as a teenager. My neighbors will pull out a belt and whoop my behind and tell my mother why they beat me. And guess what? That was now in this beat number 3. Number 2. Beating number 3 is when my father found out. Beating possibly number 4, my grandfather found out. And guess what? I knew there was a certain level I just could not go because I knew my family would probably kill me. Now, nobody checks nobody's behavior. When I'm in the hood, I watch. They'll let kids do whatever they want to do, and no one says anything anymore. They just let them.
And again, can you change the behavior? No.
It changed mine.
No. You talking about who can someone else change the behavior?
How do we?
To some extent, you can have an effect on it, but you can't.
I'm saying you can't change the behavior. No. Now behaviors change, but I don't think. Yeah, it's through certain situations in life.
The difference is a difference between behavior, long term, and choices. Here's my point to that: is that
go ahead.
I can make a choice. If I'm walking down the street and there's something, let's say there's a crowd of guys that's about to do something.
Okay.
Right? And internally I'm like, I can choose to go the other way.
Right.
That's not changing my behavior. That's changing my direction. I have to change my behavior. So if my parents are spanking me, and I know that there's consequences behind the chastisement, I don't want to deal with the consequences. So therefore, I need to change my behavior. It's still me changing my behavior, but the consequences is having an effect on why I'm choosing to change my behavior. I'm glad my parents beat me. I'm glad my grandfather beat me. I'm glad the schools beat me. Now everybody else might not feel that way because they don't look at it the way I look at it. I appreciate every behind whooping I got because I realized that it helped me alter my behavior for me to want to be better. It's also what made me want to be better is also changing the environment that I'm in because I started looking at people that were doing meaningful stuff. I looked at men that were going to work every single day and trying their best to take care of their family. I look at how better they were living because they wasn't out in the street doing all this other crazy stuff. I noticed that their wives and their kids seem to do a little bit better. Now I can't change my parents' behavior and what they did every single day. But I'm comparing what I see they doing and what I see my parents doing, and I'm seeing a difference in results. And I'm like, okay, they're not changing my behavior, But what I'm seeing out of them is helping me to alter my behavior. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm getting. That's what helped me alter my behavior.
I get what you're saying. All right. And there's some truth to what you're saying. There's some truth to what you're saying, and some of it is a bunch of BS. And the reason why I'm gonna call it out as BS because I used to use that word a whole lot, and I heard you use it 3 times, bruh. The word alter. Okay. I used to use that word a whole hell of a lot, and I used to get in trouble for it a lot because they said alter is still change. And I said, I'm just using it as a word, but 10 toes down. You out your cotton picking mind telling me that alter is change. It's the same thing. So you changed your behavior because you did not want to reap the repercussions that was coming. That's why you changed your behavior. So that's where the coin flips in the opposite direction, where people don't want to change their behavior because it's beneficial. Because like you said, you saw people living the life that you want to live, the right life, the right family, the right way to be. Everybody was happy. The people who are stealing, robbing, and taking from others still live that same way. They're living the life of, oh, well, that person did it, I'm going to do it this way. But I'm going to do it this way by taking from others or causing harm on others. Did they change? No, because they ain't learned the repercussions. Now, listen to this term here. The term is snitches get stitches, right? We've heard that for many, many moons. But the minute something happens to that person that says don't snitch, they want everybody else to snitch, right? So why is that? Because they don't want to reap the repercussions that they have done. They don't want to reap those repercussions because they don't want to change. But they want everybody to change when it's them. Just like how a lot of people, I'm not going to use the word out there, but y'all going to catch on real quick. Just like the people who take children, bring them into countries and utilize them and do what they want to do with them, and then make believe nothing happens when they have their own children. You follow what I'm saying so far? You follow me? Mm-hmm. So it's the same concept. Yeah. You don't want, the person doesn't want to change. You can't change the bad behavior because in their mentality, they believe that they're still doing right. So they're going to cause and inflict pain on someone else just as long as not theirs. But the minute it happens to them, they want to take down the world. But you're doing the same. Somebody else did to you what you did to somebody else. So how are you saying that you don't change? How are you going to say that change in behavior is going to work? Behavior don't change. To me, I had to learn the hard way. Same like you, Ron. I got my ass whipped by everybody on the block that was an elder because I did something wrong. And I learned from that. The same way I grew up around drugs and I was told never to use drugs. I tried it one time and I didn't like it. No, because I knew what the repercussion was. That's why they built the jail system. The jail is supposed to show you what the repercussion is. But now in jail, you get more fun. How's that a thing? How is it you in prison, you got a cell phone, access to sex, drugs, food, everything you think of. The same thing is on the outside is on the inside. So how are you learning from your bad behavior when you're allowing that to happen?
That's encouragement. That's encouragement for when they go back out to come back in. Because it's just as good inside as it is outside.
Absolutely. I've had guys turn around and tell me, Jay, you just don't understand. I got more protection inside than I do outside. So I prefer to be inside the joint. Because, you know, on the outside, your ass going to get eaten alive because you ain't got nobody to protect you. So you want to be inside where all your boys are at. Boy, it's safer in there for me. But is that wise?
That right there, that's enough for me to not want to go.
That goes
I don't want to live in a world where it's all men. Look, I don't want to live in a world where it's all men.
Hell nah.
That's the one thing about prison that I don't want to be there. I don't want to live in a world where it's all men.
Look,
that's enough motive. I don't care what they have to offer. They can give out all the cell phones. They can get out all the great stuff. You can put my favorite food on the menu on a regular basis. I do not care.
Dead serious.
The one thing that makes me number one to go is the fact that I'm going to be stuck around all men every day.
Thank you.
No.
So what? All right. Here's a funny question. It means all sincerity. So you mean to tell me you never hung out with a bunch of dudes at one time?
What they got to do? What he just said. We're living in the world of all men.
So you telling me you never hung out with a bunch of dudes over 2 hours?
I'm hanging out with a couple of dudes. Huh?
So you telling me you never hung out with a bunch of dudes over 2 hours?
That's 2 hours and I got a choice.
Exactly.
That's 2 hours and I got it. Wait.
What's your point?
Wait. No.
My point is this. Don't say you can't. No, because you said you can't.
I didn't say I can't.
He didn't say he can't. He said he don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to? Okay.
Right.
I thought he said he can't.
It's a difference. Listen, it's a difference. Listen, if I get tired of hanging with y'all right now, I can hit that X up, that cross up, that X up there.
Thank you.
Bam. See y'all later. Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm in a prison, right. If I'm in a prison, and when they open up this gate, I'm in the prison room with one dude or two dudes, however way that works. Then when they open the gate up, now I got this. No. That is enough right there. No. No.
So you never heard the clink clang of a jail cell?
No.
You lucky.
That's my motivation to never want to go.
Then I tell you, keep that same motivation. Because that clink clang ain't pretty.
No. I don't listen. I don't listen. That is the one thing that keeps me from listen. If I end up in prison, this is real talk. If it is extreme misunderstanding, or I caught somebody touching kids. Now, if I catch you touching kids, I will go proudly and I will deal with it. I'm dead serious on that. There's some things I will go for. You touch if it's to save my family life, that I love and care about, and I have to go to jail to protect them, I'm gonna do that. If I see you touching kids, and I walk and I come up on that, they not going to even have to find me. I'm going to off you, and I'm going to deliver you personally to where I need to deliver you personally. I'm gonna let them know. Oh yeah, I caught him doing that. No, you ain't got to run. You ain't got to come find me. I'm coming here and let y'all know, and I will sit in prison proudly for it. I would do it proudly. There's a few things, but for like stupid stuff because I want to decide to go rob stores. Nah, the end result of me robbing the stores, I got to spend my life around a bunch of men every day, all day, for months, years.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm good. I go in that store, I'm paying for it. I don't care what the price is. I ain't taking it.
We have an enlightenment today on the Frackers show. Ron will unalive somebody touching children. We now know who to go get if we hear about children being touched in the wrong way. Yeah, so with that being said, get your points together because we're going to have to bail him out of jail.
Nah,
we're going to have to get him a lawyer. Look, I agree with you. Right? It's not a pretty thing going to jail, not going to prison, whichever way you want to look at it. Neither one is good because it's not really rehabilitating anybody. It's really not. Okay? Right. It's really not. No. What it really does, in all honesty, it really messes with the psyche of the individual, which now when they do come out, whether it's a day, whether it's a week, whether it's a year, whether it's 10 years, it puts them in a position where they're weaker than when they went in. Because now what happens is 9 out of 10, they're going to go right back to doing what caused them to go in. They're going to do it all over again because that's the only thing they know how to do. Because the system and the city and the society only sees them that way. That's the unfortunate side. Now, even if you do it for a legitimate reason, like what you said before, you unalive somebody because they were touching children. That time that you spent away from society puts you on the back end of what is to be accepted. Now, you probably can jump right back in because, of course, that you had that ability. Yet, there's still something behind you that society will not recognize as being a good person because they only see certain verbiages behind you. That's the problem.
The thing about it is that with me personally, I wouldn't care what society thinks. I would if I'm in jail for that reason and I come out, I wouldn't even care what society thinks because at the end of the day, that one thing runs hard with me. I would come out of jail and it runs hard with me, man.
I agree with you, Ron. I cannot disagree with you on that one. The unfortunate side is this: society, the mentality of society is so messed up right now. With society, it's disgusting. Okay, just this for the past few days, I watched another video of a manager from a fast food restaurant shoot and kill a friend, a boyfriend, a side piece, whatever he is, for showing up to protect the girl because the girl didn't want to work at her job. But yet they put the guy in jail and they charged him with first-degree murder. Now, I know why he got charged with first-degree murder. Yet the psyche of the girl to call up somebody else to tell the dude to come over to protect her because he wanted to be kept to save a hole, he lost his life. What's wrong with the psyche? What's wrong with the psyche?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But see, that's the reason why that was the reason why I said that if I walk up on something in the moment, because I can't go by speculation and I can't go by what somebody said. That's why I said if I walk up on something in that moment and I see it, that's the way I know. I have no question about what you're doing. I'm there and I'm watching, I'm seeing it. Right. I'm literally going to I am going to dismantle you. People will believe that the Incredible Hulk is real for real because of what I'm going to do to you. That's how I feel about that.
I cannot disagree with you, brother.
That's how I feel about
it. I cannot disagree with you.
We'll
both be sitting side by side. That's it.
Everybody has their line.
Show from the joint.
Everybody got their line in the sand. People stand on principles. They principles. It is what it is.
Right. And listen, none of that type of stuff has ever happened to me. Like none of that type of stuff ever happened to me. Ever came close to happening to me. None of that type of stuff. I had none of that type. If it ever happened even in my family household, I never knew about it, never saw it, never seen no evidence of it. I never even witnessed nothing like that. But the thought of it triggers something in me. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I have worked around children a lot. So the thought of it triggers something in me. If I see somebody that I'm around and I look like them and I'm like, they give me even that sense of vibe, it does something. It puts me on alert. And I'm not saying that means that they're like that. I'm just saying it just put me on alert.
All right. I got a real important question for you. Ron. I understand your standpoint behind this. I understand your point behind this. I really do. And I want you to think about this for a moment because I know there's a lot of women in the chat. And I got to ask this question. Excuse me. He's doing that Chinese thing again. He's talking on another phone with a bunch of other people. He's doing that OnlyFans thing with other people. You better stop that OnlyFans.
I don't know why. I hit the unmute button and then it just for some reason they unmute. But I wanted to say before you get into that, I got a slide, fellas. It's been real. The Frackers, all love. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat for coming through. Like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? All love. All praises to the Creator, man. Salute. Much love to y'all, fellas.
All right, brother.
OG.
Man, take care.
Little nephew, as always, a big old hug to you and a big old hug and a kiss on the forehead to Little Queen.
Hey, Black Power. Hey, love y'all, man.
All right, likewise. You be safe out there. I'll see you later.
For sure. Salute to the chat.
Bro. We holla, man.
Yeah.
All right, now.
Ron, serious question, because I saw a video of this the other day, right? And I know there's a lot of women in the chat room. If you saw a woman grab her children in front of a bunch of cops with their guns drawn, would you do the same thing to the woman?
All right, wait a minute. What do you mean grab a bunch of children?
If a
you mean like if a woman was like molesting or something like that
as a shield, the woman, because listen to what you're saying. You don't like pedophiles, and I understand that, and you unalive someone who puts the puts a child in danger. That's what you also said. Now,
yeah, if I walk up on it, yeah.
Okay, so if you
You know
walk
what I'm
up on
saying?
a woman,
There's a different.
if you walk up
Okay.
on a woman that's holding her child as a shield to a bunch of cops that
Right.
got their guns drawn, what are you gonna do?
Well, here's the thing. I really, honestly, I don't have to do anything because the police are there.
Okay.
But at any point, they get their kid out the way, and I get a moment, she might get a good. What you do?
So it's about the protection of a child. Is
Right?
your view?
Yeah, like I mean, I don't have to do a whole lot because the police are there. Hopefully, nothing happens and the child survives. But I think, listen. At the end of the day, I have no respect for her because my thing is this: as a man or woman, why would you grab an innocent child to protect you? That there is nothing. There ain't too many things more coward than that. Is to pick up a kid and put them in your way because you too coward to take the repercussions of it. I don't know how it got to that point, but that means you are just literally too coward to take on the repercussions of your actions. You get what I'm saying? So
Totally.
if the cops got their guns drawn at you, that means you did something that they needed to pull up there that was endangering to society or the police officers, and then you pick up a kid in the midst of that and use that as a body shield.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. She might get two-pieced. I don't believe in hitting women. Honestly, I don't. Like, that is the furthest thing from my mind is putting my hands on women. But there's a good possibility she might catch a two-piece.
You know, and for me it's difficult because I kind of sway on the point of unaliving. I honestly have to say I think I would unalive that person as well. The reason why I say that is because I believe that person, if she felt the need to do that to her own child,
right,
she would do it with any child. Which means that
that means you don't see the child as a value. You don't
exactly.
You don't see that child as value to you. You don't care whether that child lives or die.
So it's kind of questionable for me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Right. The only reason I'm laughing at Draco because of the statement. How bad them kids, which is hilarious to me. But that's hilarious. But I'm like I said, I know it ain't much I really will have to do because the police is there. But I ain't gonna lie to you. If I can get a two-piece in that, I might take it.
I may have to go a little further.
Now, here's the thing, right? All right, here's the way here that might change with me is that let's say that person goes through the process or whatever, they lock them up, arrest them, and they decide to let that person go free.
Right.
I might go on the hunt. I don't know if I would or not. But if I feel as though the justice system did not do the right thing, I might end up on the hunt. I ain't gonna say I would, but just being real honest, I know that it probably would bother me that if given the opportunity, I might apply some street justice to that.
That's why I say what I say.
Yeah, that was a good question, though, man. I like that was a good question.
Let me tell you, I've watched. There's one video that literally, I kid you not, that haunts me. Not doesn't say it haunts me. It just resonates in the back of my head constantly. Where I seen, and this was in the Arab nation. This is why it makes it difficult. Many years ago, I saw a video in the Arab nation of them doing some harm to a child, and they videotaped it, right? And that video stays in the back of my head like it was yesterday, and it was very, very traumatic. Okay, which I couldn't fathom. Why would they even allow themselves to get to that point to do that to a child? Right.
Right.
So when I see and hear about whether it's a male, whether it's a female, a person just using a child to draw or not draw the attention to them, that selfish act, that tells me you need to be unalive, because you're going to do it anytime, anyway, anyhow to anyone or any child. So you're taking something that's harmless to protect you. That selfish act. No, you don't need to be here. You don't.
Something that is relying on your protection, you're using it to protect you.
Exactly. And that makes it even worse when it's your own. Because if you're able to do that with your own, you're not going to even think twice when it's someone else's. So why do you have the right to be walking around with society when you already have that mentality? And you don't want to change that behavior. It's just like I saw a comment before about pedophiles. Pedophiles should not be in society, or that they should not be accepted by society. Hell, Uncle Leroy and Uncle Jason and Uncle Ning Hong is a pedophile, but you just don't know about it until the child tells you something's bad happening. You can see the signs, so why you negate the signs? Why do people negate the signs? Right? What they do now?
Yeah.
They turn around. Now they have this thing about if the pedophile moves into your area or a person that's been arrested for a sexual act, they let everybody know that person's living in your area. Because you can't stop them from living there. So society has to accept them. This is the way it is. Yet, as human beings, where do you know where to draw the line at? She's right.
No, I'm laughing at what you said. The reason why I'm smiling and laughing, Jay, because what you just said. They have a system, right? It tells you what?
Yeah. A so-called system that has many flaws.
It tells you when you got pedophiles. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I always say this, and I clarify this one part, is that if I walk up on that situation, you're going to be unalive. But that's me walking up on it.
Right.
That's me walking up on it and actually witnessing it with my own eyes, and I see what's going on.
Right.
That's different from me getting it from the news or finding out they went through the courts and stuff. I'm not talking about those people because that's different. It's even though they might be guilty of what they did, I did not witness it with my own eyes. That's different.
Right.
I don't like those people. I wish that they would never see the streets again. But when I say what I say, it is more about me walking up on it and seeing it with my own eyes in that moment. You're going to get everything that comes to you.
And I agree with you. You should get everything that comes to you. Listen, I don't agree. I don't disagree with you at all. What for me, it's more difficult when society feels it should be accepted. That's where I draw the line at.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I know nobody want to hear this, but they accepted it so much that they voted it in Washington.
I'm not even.
A lot of people don't realize it.
I don't want to step on that one because I have a problem with the fact that if you kill somebody, you admit that you killed them. I have a problem that you kill somebody and you admit to you killing them, they still give you the opportunity to come out before your time is due. I disagree with that.
Right.
We've come into a situation where we had a friend of a family or a family member or something like that. I can't really remember. That the person, their parent was killed by a reckless driver. The reckless driver still hasn't been found or has not stepped into a jail and or courtroom to confess what he has done. But they know who he is. They know the vehicle. They got witnesses. They got a lawyer, but that person hasn't stepped in jail yet. So you see how the system is messed up?
Yeah. But here's and it's kind of on the point of Joyce is that here's the thing. You got to understand something. If me as a judge, right? Or let's say I'm a judge and I'm the prosecutor, whatever case may be. If I know for 100% for a fact that this person is a pedophile, right? And I decide to give them a 3-year sentence when I could have gave them a 15-year sentence, I just encourage that behavior.
True.
I don't have no respect for any judge that lenient and give them a lenient sentence, knowing full well that they was doing what they was doing. Honestly, in my opinion, if I was a judge, everybody getting life. If you caught as a pedophile, you're going to get life. You're never going to see the streets again. And you're going to be in general, you're going to be sat with the worst of the worst when it comes to criminals. And I'm going to hope that they run through you like you the hooker of the prison. I hope that they torture you day in and day out. I hope you experience the worst of the worst. In my opinion, I think that every pedophile should be tattooed. That on the front of their body and the back of their body that says, "I love touching children." On front and parts of their body, and then sat in prison and they could never put a shirt on.
Well, if that was to be able to be done, then unfortunately there is a bunch of priests that should be walking around like that.
Yep. I agree.
I'm just saying.
I agree 100.
Because
I
I've
agree
seen
100.
reports,
I don't give nobody a pass.
Stories. I've seen it left and right. So that's what and this is where it comes down to. And this is where it comes down to how disgusting the system is, that they would find it to be inhumane to allow a human being to rot in a prison or a jail or however they want to call it. It's actually supposed to be prison. It's inhumane to have a human being rot in prison for a crime they've committed because they believe that that person can be rehabilitated. No,
I don't.
And I agree with you. They cannot be rehabilitated.
I might be wrong.
No.
Here's the thing. I might even be wrong. I don't care.
No.
Here's my point. Look, I don't care. I'd rather be wrong and you die.
Well, I agree with you because here's the part that and I heard this when a judge said this the other day. A judge turned around and told this woman, the cop is not picking on you because you have a distinctive car. The cop is stopping you constantly because you're constantly speeding. It's not because he's picking on you. It's because you're constantly speeding. She stood there fighting 10 toes down. No, he's picking on me. He asked a simplified question. Were you speeding this day? Yes. Were you speeding on that day? Yes. Were you speeding on this day? Yes. Were you speeding on that day? Yes. Were you speeding on this day? Yes. Have you not realized that every time I asked you the same question, you said yes? So you are a habitual crime offender. So yet you don't want to reap the repercussions of your crime. You want to say that they're picking on you.
Right.
So if a person
you want to be allowed to do what you're doing.
Right.
You want to be allowed to keep speeding.
Yes.
And not be bothered.
Yes. That's the wrong thing to do.
So
now it comes back to what you said. If we know that Tom Jones, not the actual Tom Jones, but John, just using a simple name, if Tom Jones or believe it or not, Mary Sue are constantly touching children, they get charged with it and still be allowed around children. How is that effective?
And my thing is that's my thing. This is where it goes back to the courts, the judges, and everybody else. If you don't punish that behavior, that means that you're encouraging it. Then I need to go look into your life too.
According to the legal system, they are punishing it.
Here's the thing, Jay. If you was a judge, right? You got a pedophile coming through your courtroom, proven guilty, right? Touching children. You got the option to give them 3 to 25 years. No, 5 to 25.
Right.
Why would any judge have to think about that one? everybody gonna get maxed out.
You're right. And here's where the slippery slope comes in. And this is the part that a lot of people don't realize. In the penal law, this is where the slippery slope lies. How many times has this a person has been charged with the actual crime? How is the due process for this person been actuated? That's where the slippery slope comes in. And this is the part that kicks me in the back all the time. You put laws in the system to hinder the law-abiding citizen, yet you refuse to use the same laws to hinder the criminal.
Funny.
Right. Hence the reason why the term habitual criminal.
Right. That's the reason why I say, because I see a lot of this. Listen, I can't speak to Republicans. I don't live in an area. I live in Democrat. This is the reason why I say Democrats love criminals, because they keep recycling them out and in, out and in, out and in, and they're not trying to put a stop to it. It's like you're encouraging the behavior. They manufacturing these people. So if you got a habitual offender of a pedophile, and you say, well, we have a registry. What the hell is a registry going to do to a pedophile?
Nothing.
It's still not going to stop them from being a pedophile.
This is true.
You're going to have to register. That don't even make sense to me. You should not have to register. You should sit in prison, labeled as a pedophile, and put in into the regular population, and you should be tattooed as a pedophile.
And there lies the conundrum as far as inhumane, because now you're using the legal system.
That ain't inhumane. What's inhumane is when you decide to touch a child.
You're right.
That's the inhumane part.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm giving you the side of the law.
I know you're not. I know you're not. I know you're not. And here's the thing:
a blocked up situation.
We're going to use you to help improve society. How? Because we're going to label you as a pedophile. We're going to put you with people that love to text people like you on a regular basis. That way, the general public, anyone that has entertaining that type of thought in their head, might want to think twice about it.
The unfortunate side
because
is
if we catch you, right? Yeah, you're gonna be put in that same situation.
Look, I could tell you like this. I could tell you physically like this as I'm sitting here talking to you. I have had more notifications sent to me on a daily basis. I kid you not, Ron. On a daily basis, where we used to live at, I would get notifications in the mail, letting me know that a pedophile has moved within a quarter mile of where I lived at.
Yeah, I get them.
A quarter mile. Huh?
I get them on my phone. I get them on my phone.
Both. I got them both via mail and on my phone. And the question I always ask is, why are you letting them out? And the question always answers is
the same thing.
The legal system says it's inhumane to do that to a human being because they believe there's a
never mind what the human being did to another.
Absolutely.
Never mind what a human being did to another child. They violated a child, and you saying what we do to them is inhumane, but you don't see what they did to the child, a defenseless child. And I'm not talking about what adults do. I'm not talking about certain situations that's a little more iffy. You're touching children, babies,
right.
children that are defenseless children.
Yeah. And
you're saying that it is inhumane what happens to that person. Yeah, okay. Don't let me be in that.
And I'm
listen, that can possibly happen. That can happen one time in my courtroom.
I'm gonna put it on Twitter.
Listen, that one trial. What real quick, Jay? I'm the judge. First case, pedophile. First time I get one of these cases, pedophile. Come in my courtroom, 100% proven guilty. Let's say I see video and I got 100% proof that they get it. That will probably be my first and last trial.
Absolutely.
Because the robe is coming off.
It'd be your first and last.
The robe is coming off.
Be your first and last, and that person was still been released.
No, they're not. They're gonna be dead. I'm gonna be in prison.
Oh, that's even better.
Right. That's gonna be it. It's gonna end right there. They're gonna die. I'm gonna be in prison. They're gonna listen. Everybody like, man, what happened, man? Where I thought it was, man, the judges in jail. What happened? Hey, look, one of them came through my courtroom, and I didn't see nothing on the books that equated to what the type of punishment that I wanted to apply. So I had to come off the judgment seat and go apply my own punishment.
And I understand that, and it's messed up. So putting a twist to that, would that also not apply to the elderly?
Meaning abuse, yeah.
Because that's we cannot lie. Hold on, we cannot lie. We cannot hide it. There are many individuals out there that are literally taking advantage sexually of older women and older men inside a lot of these hospice places and places where the older people live. So yes. Isn't that? And did we not say the same thing?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never even heard it, and I never even thought of it until you just brought it up. That thought has never hit my head. That is actually a new one to me. Because now when you said, I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, I know about the abuse that happens into like nurse homes and stuff like that, but I never even thought about it on that level. Now I might have heard 1 or 2 stories in my lifetime that I'm like scaling back trying to hear, but I'm like, wow. But here's the thing: you gotta remember something. Elderly are just like babies.
Exactly. Absolutely.
They're defenseless.
Baby.
Yeah, you got to die too.
But see, that's what I mean. So when you look at a situation like that, right? You look at the person who's sexually abusing an elderly person in a nursing home or wherever it is, a hospice. Is it safe to say that that person is also a pedophile? Because that's the only thing that works in their brain is sexually taking advantage of a person who is weaker than them?
Yep, you're a pedophile.
Yeah, that's what I'm
explaining to you why. Because the elderly person, if you really look at an elderly person, especially as they get too old, a baby can't do what when it's born? It can't wipe itself. It can't clean itself. It can't do a lot of things that it originally could do because they don't have the capabilities yet.
Right.
If a elderly person is in a hospital or in a nursing home, not all of them, but a lot of them can't do the basic things that they usually could do. So they're the same as an infant, or same as a baby. They have the same problems. So in my opinion, yeah, they should be treated the same.
And that's my point.
My judgment, when I say judgment, my judgment saying.
I agree with you. And this is why I say they're always a pedophile. They have always been, or have always had that mentality of being a sexual predator.
It is
on the less fortunate.
It is hard for me. It is hard for me because I don't even know if you could really tell when I was talking about it originally. It gets emotional for me. That's why I had to stop and I had to freeze. And even though there was,
I heard your voice get high.
Even though there was it's even though, like I said, I've never experienced it, never even came close to experiencing nothing like that in my life or anybody around me personally, family members, none of that type of stuff. But because I have because I know how people can easily want to do something. It's so easy to take care of. And I'm not even just looking at it. That part I'm looking at it from a child part. But I don't like people taking advantage of weak people in general. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know that they're weak and you want to take advantage of the fact that you know that you can take advantage of. Rather, it's a mental weakness, a physical weakness, a financial weakness. It does something to me. And it really does something to me. But when you start talking about somebody that's extremely defenseless, like when you say with the elderly people, as it relates to children, it does something to me, man. And it's like, it's hard for me. Sometimes I get, even now, and I'm trying to hold my emotions because I don't ever want to see that in my life. I don't.
And for me, it's that's why I get so angry. I get so angry that I get choked up when I see people.
Yeah, that's
the example
me right now.
As far as a woman that would take her child, put the child in front of her while arguing with a bunch of cops. That mentality just drives me up a wall. And I know that there's something wrong with that person psychologically. And then, of course, I look at the legal system, and the legal system will give them a slap on the hand and say, oh, well, stick them in a mental institution, let them get fixed, try to rehabilitate them. But yet that mentality is still there. So that behavior is still there. It's not even a point of saying it's a mental condition. It's a behavior that they find comfortable. That's their safe zone. So their safe zone, and this is going to be messed up. This is going to be really messed up. I saw a movie several years ago on how they turned around. They said they take out this one portion of the brain. They take this portion out, physically open the skull, cut out this one section of the brain would not connect to create that type of behavior. And I got to say, it should be that way. Even down to I saw a movie where they turned around and said they would castrate the person that committed a crime on a child sexually, castrate them. And I agree, they should. Yet castrating them does not stop the physical action of abusing the less fortunate. It doesn't. So does that actually work? No, it only probably will make them more aggressive, because then they're result into using tools. Like many years ago, there was a person who was caught using tools sexually on the victims. So it's not even the point of the joy of the sexual interaction. It's the joy of taking the advantage of the less fortunate, which comes back to the psyche. So I agree with that movie I watched many years ago. Disconnect that portion of the brain so that the neurons don't touch each other no more. They won't think about it. Call me cruel, but that's what I think needs to happen. Like you said,
I think if you caught doing that type of stuff, then we should test you for it. See if it worked. Take it out. See what happens.
Look,
I'm sorry. I have no sympathy for people like that. Zero. I have no sympathy for them at all.
I don't either. I mean, we can go back and forth, round the bows, come up with a bunch of opinions
about that one too. Send them to God.
Look, there was an old term in the military that stuck, that was out there so many times that a lot of people didn't catch it. The term was "kill them all, let God sort them out." That was a term within the military. That was, I kid you not, that was a term in the military. Kill them all, let God sort them out.
Yep.
And fortunately, that's what should happen. Because again, if you're the type of person that takes advantage of a less fortunate individual, then you need to be unalive, because there's no fixing that. There is none. There is none.
Yeah, I have no sympathy for that. Like, honestly, I have no sympathy for that people. I think, honestly, I'm like what Draco said. I mean, I know we always throw humor and everything, and it's like, yeah, you know what? If I walk up on it, clearly you want to meet God sooner than your time. Like, you're in a rush to meet God, so I'm gonna help you get there as fast as possible. I see you in a rush, because when I walk up on and I see that, I see you in a rush to meet God, so I'm gonna help you get there real quick. You know what I mean?
And I agree with that. And that's why it was funny with a lot of shorts that I saw many times over and over again about certain dogs, Cane Corsos, Rottweilers. They always have a child in the back behind the Rottweiler, behind the Cane Corso, or even the German Shepherds. Yeah, come and touch this child, you're gonna meet God, because it's true. It's very true. Don't test. Don't do it. Just don't do it. The bottom line is this: society allows it to happen. A slap on the wrist, and that's society's fault. Society does decide. Look, society is so screwed up that it's disgusting. The wife and I was talking about something fun this morning. We grew up with Wile E. Coyote. Some of you may not know who Wile E. Coyote is. We grew up on Wile E. Coyote, right? And we didn't turn out perfect, yet we turned out mighty fine. Now, most parents are bringing up the kids on tablets, cell phones, games of destruction, and talking about there's nothing wrong with the child. You've already installed in the child to be destructive. How are you not going to say the child is not destructive? Right. And then, look, we saw it. We saw it. The mother of the child that got punched in the face because he didn't want to do what the cop said, I have a good son. My son is a good child. How is your son a good child when he's driving around with a license, driving around with a weapon in the car, disrespecting police officers, not even following the law? How is he a good child? Or even the ones that's in court talking about, well, my child's a good child. We understand he did a mistake by killing that man, but yet the family of that man doesn't have that man around. The man didn't do nothing to your son. Your son just chose to kill him. That gives him the right to be alive for the next 10, 15 years and then walk around after that? No, it's wrong. Yeah, Bugs Bunny too. It's ridiculous on how society sees these things.
Man, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. My brain just went into the humor side. Because when she put up that Bugs Bunny, and I know everybody probably done seen this episode. That episode when Bugs Bunny was in 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. And then he shot that one Indian and said, oh, that was a half-breed. Oh, that one was a half-breed. So when she said Bugs Bunny, my brain went to that one episode. I couldn't think of no episode of Bugs Bunny, but that one. When he was fighting the Indians, he said, oh, that was a half-breed. Then as a kid, I had no idea what he was talking about.
Right.
But as an adult, it was more funny to me as an adult than it ever was as a kid. As a kid, I didn't even understand it.
Right.
As an adult, it was hilarious.
It's just saying how many of us didn't understand it. It's just messed up. It really is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Loving, when you get a moment. Yes, please.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's crazy, Draco. And the worst part is that I could understand that situation. I had to put my glasses off because I kept seeing a lot of comments come in, and I know either they're joking with us or they're laughing with us or they're saying some serious stuff, and it's just messed up on how we as a society we have to deal with this nonsense when other people are put into a position that we provide our trust in them and making sure we're safe, but yet they do the complete opposite. And that's really messed up. They do the opposite because they're not.
They do the opposite to us. They do the opposite to us, but don't do the opposite to them.
Yeah,
because they safe. They got protection. They got security. They got everything on our dollar, but they keep trying to come up with ways to put us in harm's way.
Yeah,
but not themselves.
And that's why when I say the laws are made to hinder the law-abiding citizen, it's because of that.
Right.
And it's and unfortunately it's true. Because of that. You're absolutely right. And again, I've read the penal law book, and it's just messed up. It's really messed up on how much you try to fight things and just goes the opposite way. You know, it's just really messed up. Real messed up situation.
I can't get Bugs Bunny out of my head now.
Listen, I just started looking for that. Excuse me, I just started looking for that episode. Honestly, I really did. I kid you not. I was looking for it. I really did. Because I wanted you to see it and put it up. But, you know, of course, it doesn't work as fast as as we want it
that's
to be.
cool. You find it, we're gonna put it up. Yeah, Bugs Bunny was hilarious. I don't know.
I think I got you. Hold on.
Bugs Bunny was hilarious.
Can you how did I do it the last time? Oh, I know how I did. I did it here.
Oh, you had to send it.
I got it. I got it.
Right.
I got you. Babe, you calling me? Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. One second.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
That wascally wabbit.
All right, hit the play button.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little engines. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engines. Sorry, that one was a half-breed. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little engines. 10 little engine boys.
Yo. You see how
now society back then didn't see that as being wrong, right? They didn't see it as being wrong.
Right.
They found it very humorous. Yet that was immensely wrong because you're talking about a short person, right? But they found it to be cute. Now you say something like that. Now they turn around and say you're being insensitive. You're hurting the small person's feelings. It's like they turn around and say you can't use the word dwarf anymore. You have to call them a small person or a little person.
Foghorn Leghorn was hilarious too.
Oh, let's not even get into Foghorn.
Back up, boy.
The wife and I was talking about Foghorn Leghorn this morning about how there was a cartoon episode where Foghorn Leghorn and the sheep herder dog would clock in, stop their ruckus, clock out, and talk like normal, just like how the Democrats and the Republicans are in real life. They cause all this mess in front of the eyes of everybody during the work hours, but when they're off work, they're all combined together, hanging out together, making believe there's nothing wrong. And it's funny how we grew up with so many cartoons talking about how society actually is.
Right.
And people still to this day say it's not possible that society was that cruel. No, society now is too sensitive. Yeah. That's what it is. It's too sensitive. Everything is, you can't do this. You can't do that. You shouldn't do it. Why? If you come in my yard, you come in my yard, I'm taking you out. Simple. You don't belong there. I didn't invite you.
No, you can't do it. That's how I look at it. When they say that to me, I'm like, no, you can't.
Shit.
And don't tell me what I can do. You can't.
You can't. That's right. You can't. I don't know.
You're gonna learn today.
A couple of years back, a couple of years back, 12 U.S. Marshals came onto my property. 12. I stood right outside. I said, on my property. I said, you guys ain't got the right to come on my property without letting me know you coming. One of them turned to me and said, yes, we can. I said, then I got the right to put you down right where you at because I didn't invite you on my property. Oh, but sir, I don't care what you got going on. You got to let me know first you coming because I don't know what you coming for. My car right there. All you had to do is run the tag and call me on the phone. Let me know. Don't come on my property like that. He turned around and says, you just don't have the right to do that. I said, yes, the hell I do because you are still a public servant. I don't give a shit what your shield says. You had to let me know why you here. Supervisor comes over and says, sir, we got to have a talk. I said, no, you got to get your guys off my property first, then we can have a talk. And there was, like right there what the missus says.
They would they would legally still be considering trespassing because you did not give them permission.
Exactly. Regardless of the situation, you still on my property trying to get to the other person. Right.
Right.
I don't know who you are. Just because it says federal agent on it, I'm blinded. I just saw a body with a gun in my yard. I took him out. You didn't call me. Plain and simple. What's that saying? What's that saying?
He said I'm too soft. I have no idea how my grandparents survived without AC.
It's called an ice bag behind the fan. You tie an ice bag to the box fan that you have in the living room sitting in front of you. That's all you gotta do. You take a bunch of ice, stick it in the bag, tie the bag to the back of the fan. There goes your AC. That's your air conditioner. Kid you not. Try it. You'd be surprised. Or a bag of peas. Get yourself, a matter of fact, get yourself a bag of okra. I can't stand okra. Get a bag of okra, a frozen bag of okra, tie the bag of okra to the back of the fan.
Yeah.
We ain't even gonna talk about the
Oh man. Okra looks, in my opinion, is manufactured snot.
What? You're not the only one that I appreciate you, Ron. Yes, I appreciate you more than ever now. Because you said the same thing I said. It's just nothing but snot. Yes.
I can't.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people that love it, and I get it. I can't get past the look of it. I'm good. I mean, I don't see no difference between digging up your nose, eating your stuff, and eating some okra.
Look, it's the same. That goes back to when we was watching freaking Bam Bam the other day, doing his moonbop. When Bam Bam was doing his moonbop,
Top to bottom said it makes good hair, Joe. Yeah, I'm good. I don't know. I can't do that. She said it makes good hair, Joe.
It's not. That's why. But it's true though, because they used to use the slime from snails in the hair gel. That's all. Gee whizzes.
What did you just say? Did you just say they
I don't get it. Well, Draco's talking about our Rottweiler. Our Rottweiler doesn't like to be out in the heat. Our Rottweiler does not do anything over 75 degrees. If it's 80 degrees outside, he goes out, he handles his business, and runs back inside the house. I kid you not. He don't like being outside.
He's spoiled.
He is extremely spoiled. Extremely spoiled.
He's like, nah, man. He's so glad humans invented AC. He don't know what to do.
I kid you not. He'll run back in the house and he'll lay right on top of the vent that's blowing the cold air. I kid you not. Every time he outside, he comes.
So, I mean, I don't know much about dogs, so I'm assuming Rottweilers like cold weather better.
Well, here's the thing: Rottweilers, their bloodlines are definitely from the Europe nation, from Rome and Germany. So with that kind of concept of cold weather, yes. This one, 75 degrees is too hot. He'll run inside the house. I kid you not. We outside in 75-degree weather, nice cool breeze. He will go and sit right on the coolest part of the house because we got certain sand patches around the house to keep the bugs away. He'll lay on top of the sand because it's nice and cool.
Wow.
That's how bad it is. He is spoiled beyond spoiled.
He's definitely spoiled.
Beyond spoiled.
He definitely
now
spoiled.
The other one, the blackmouth cur, she won't come in the house because it's so dang on hot outside. She'll stay in the dang on heat. It'd be 110 degrees and she's sitting there without a problem. It's too cold in the house. If it's above 80 degrees inside the house, below 80 degrees in the house, she want to be outside. She want to be outside. I kid you. Two complete opposites.
She's the
That's funny.
Oh my God. She don't want to come in the house right now. She's staying outside the house. Yes, Draco's right.
Brother, man,
Draco's
this I had a good time.
Look, we call our Rottweiler, I kid you not, we call our Rottweiler an oversized Pomeranian.
Oh wow.
He don't want to be on the floor. He wants to be on the lap. He wants to be on the couch. He wants to be snuggled all the time. No. But when it was snow out there, woo, my God, when we had that snowfall down here last year, boy, I couldn't get him in the house for nothing. I could not get him in the house. He would roll around and everything. Just the way it is.
He the only one in the house miss New York, huh?
Yeah. I ain't moving back up there. Hell no. He better get used to it fast. The older he get, he better get used to it.
You gonna have to order him some snow and drop it on the field.
Look, I won't mind doing that, but he don't like water. He also don't like being wet. No. He don't like being wet. He don't like the feel of water. I give him a bath, he starts growling because that's the way they express themselves. They growl when they don't like something.
My neighbor across the street has a pretty big yard, and she got 2 Rottweilers, boy and a girl. I don't know if they breed them or not, but I know they got 2 Rottweilers. They be so mad when she put them out in the summertime because she let them out in the yard to do their business. But in the wintertime, they look like they don't know one go in the house.
Yeah.
When it's summertime, they'll be right at the door. When it's summertime, they'll be right at the door waiting for her to let them in. And in the wintertime, they be at the farthest end of the gate laying on the ground. Like, I ain't trying to go back in the house.
That's exactly mine, or ours rather. He does the same exact thing.
Wow. I guess same exact thing. She has 2 pretty big ones. She got 2 big Rottweilers, but they actually, now that I think about it, I haven't seen them in a while. Probably because it's summertime.
Summertime, they don't want to be out. It's too hot. They prefer to be inside.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm like, I haven't seen them in months. Though I'm assuming maybe it's because it's summertime. I hear them, but I don't see them. Like I hear them in the house sometimes barking. But
so,
like sometimes I had to park in front of her house, and I might hear them in the house barking, but I don't see them no more. So, and now it's starting to make sense why they don't like the heat at all.
They don't like the heat. They got 3 layers of fur, and they don't like the heat. They get too hot.
Yeah.
Like even right now, he's sitting right underneath me because in this room, there's the AC unit has the main vent, so all the cool air is there before it goes into the house. He's literally leaning right in front of the door, so you can actually feel like extra cold air. This is oversized Pomeranian.
Yeah,
she rolling on the sun.
But brother, man, I'm not gonna hold you.
I appreciate you, Ron.
Out of here. Are you still having your show later?
Yeah.
You still having your show?
Yeah, I want to have my show at 3:00 because I found a very, very funny video and I want to share it with a bunch of people. I want to see exactly if a bunch of people stick around for this funny one. It's because I called it being evicted while doing a ditty or something like that. Because there's a guy's getting evicted and instead of getting his most important materials, he went and got the bottle of Bible and walked away. So I thought it was real funny to see exactly what he's doing, and I wanted to share it with everybody. So that's why I want to do it at 3:00. I figured everybody be around.
No, it's cool. Something. I'll be tuning in. Yeah, I'll be tuning in. But that'll give you time to prepare yourself for that too. But I got a couple of things I got to take care of anyway, man. But you know, number one, I appreciate everybody coming into the live. Appreciate the conversation. We had fun. We enjoyed that. So out to put, I know you had to roll out. God bless you, my brother. God bless you, my brother. Really, God bless you. Make sure you guys are following each other's channel. World Away From Here. Draco, I'm not too sure if you have a YouTube channel when you grow, but if you do, let us know. You know, we definitely will support you. Top to bottom, hair and skincare. Y'all already know that's my favorite product. That's what I use on the regular. I mean, kudos to top to bottom hair and skincare. Make sure y'all, you know what I mean? Or if you never had it, if you never purchased it, if you never tried it, you need to go find out, and that's real talk. Because most of us in here, a lot of us in here actually have also all used their product and enjoyed their product, and I use it on a regular basis. You know what I mean? But again, follow each other's channel. Queen Sackcloth. I know she has a channel that she does. My man Out the Pit. He has actually 2 channels. Actually, I think they have 3. I didn't realize they had 3. I was following the 3rd one, but I didn't realize it was 4. Oh, I didn't know it was 4. But I knew that I'm like, I was already following the one with the LLC. I didn't realize I was, but I was. But yeah, you know, if you follow one, follow the other one, support each other's channel. If we don't know, if you got a channel, YouTube channel that you're doing, and you're part of our thing, let us know what you're doing, and we definitely want to help you grow along this. Before we get totally off, man, I've been watching you guys, and I see that some of what I said, I see a lot of people change up, starting to put out a lot more videos, and I see that it's making a difference. And I'm hoping you guys' channel grow fast, whatever the case may be. But
well, Ron,
I see that it's making a little bit of a difference.
I'm gonna take my glasses off for this one because I don't want you to get disturbed by my glasses. Even as your channel says Ron's opinion don't matter, for those that do not understand, your opinion does matter. We took your opinion, we took your advice, we took the verbiage that you gave us, and we ran with it. And the proof is in the pudding. You just said it. You see a difference. You see something growing. Right. So your opinion does matter. So I mean, you got a great title, but unfortunately, people will understand that your opinion does matter. When you talk about stocks, how many times you spoke about stocks? I turned around right as you talking, boop, bought, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the stock.
And that is my whole hope. And anybody that's that follows my channel is if I see something that's working for me, that's why sometimes I'll switch it up and make it a more of an intimate setting. And sometimes I go for the smoke with the other way, but then sometimes I come to this. But I'm glad that that was what my hope was, to see you guys, the channel start to grow and get something out of it, man. And I just that. And when I turned around, I was like, oh man, I done triggered something because they going to work.
Listen, I apologize.
And I see the difference.
I said, I'm gonna start loading stuff out like they ain't know tomorrow.
Yeah, so I was happy, man. I was happy to see it, and I seen y'all subscribers went up some, and I seen y'all views go up some, and I was like, yeah, that's what's up, man.
Brother, I got it. Can you hear me? I want to make sure you hear me. I'm getting closer.
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I hear you, bro.
Brother, I went up 12 subscribers overnight after I uploaded 12 or 14 different videos because I took your advice.
Wow.
12 overnight. Wow. Come on now.
Wow.
You spoke volume and it's in the proof. It's in the pudding. Take your lead. I went with it and I got 12 additional subscribers. And I appreciate it to all of them. Because now all of them could come and watch all the frackery that we do. And all the videos that I'm back on. Look, there's a reason. There's a reason why it worked. Listen, it's working. Mm-hmm. So why not? Why not capitalize?
That's it. I mean,
oh, don't get me started in cooking. Don't get me started with cooking. Y'all seen my video with
we waiting.
Impossible. It was juicy, and it wasn't an impossible meat. It was a steak. It was a steak that I cut in half, and I grilled that.
Well, Joyce, we are glad to hear this. We've been waiting, and we're happy to hear that you're about to put it together.
I want to see it.
Definitely.
Matter of fact, I want to see the
You already know.
I'm going to put it out there. I want the blooper video. I want all the mistakes video. I want that one. I want to see the mistake one.
Yeah.
The tomato sauce going in directions, the tomato splitting where it's not supposed to split. Yeah, that's the one I want to see. The screaming
when
and
they can't open it broke when they can't open it broke when you trying to open that can.
Yep.
Who want all that?
I want to see it all.
You want me? All them jars you dropped?
Yes, slipping out the hand, tomato juice flying in the eye. God dang it!
Yep.
I mean,
you
that,
didn't
that,
had
that's
all
what
that.
I want to see.
Because you went to grab that jar with all that top to bottom on your hand and just slip right out.
All the cuss words in the book, or lack thereof, and a whole bunch of action. Looking like a 1930s silent film.
Yeah, we definitely waiting on that. We'd be glad to see that. We're gonna be glad to see that, for real.
I don't know about that one.
She a pro with it. All right, that's what's up.
If she's a pro, that means she has the bloopers, because only a pro would eliminate the bloopers. I want to see the blooper footage.
We want to hear it all. We want it all. We already know. I mean, she go.
Ooh, fig wine. Fig wine. Or as my alter ego would say, steak parmesan. Then you got a fig tree. I want some fig wine.
Yeah. Who figured?
Yeah, who figured? All right, brother Ron, with that being said, I got to run as well. I got things to set up for. As always, a pleasure to see you. A pleasure to be with you.
Same here, brother.
A pleasure to have so many people come in and listen to our fracking and listening to our stories and how we see things and how we talk about things. I appreciate them all. Hopefully, everyone liked and subscribed to the channel. Put up a thumbs up on Ron's opinion. Don't matter for this channel. And be prepared, because it's going to get chopped up, because I'm chopping it up later on tonight and putting it back up.
You know we are.
And hopefully I have some people jump by.
You already know.
With the reactions. Yes, it's going to be a doozy. Because we got, especially when little nephew done dropped out. I was like, what? Did you grape? What? That's going to be a classic. I'll tell you right there. Hold that footage.
You're going to get some good footage out of this.
Yes.
But like I say, man, God bless everybody. Remember, God first. God, what you're doing on your life. Let us have fun, enjoy life, man. God first. That's all I always say. Just God first. Let him lead you and guide you. God first. And everything else, God first. Brother Jay, my brother, out the pit. I know you had to go. Bam, bam. Wish you were here. But we're going to kick your butt because we don't see you. But no, it's cool. Bam, bam. We know you might be around mentioning. But much love. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. And I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace. I want to jump in on that one.